Yo, what up, y'all? This is DJ Flashback, Scratching 101 on drum&basstv.com. Just wanted to show you this little nifty Denon CDJ here. Now, this thing has the most accurate cueing point, I think, of any CDJ, for the fact that the platter spins and it actually feels like vinyl. Anyways, to the lesson. Today I'm going to go over 3-click orbits. I'll go over 3-click orbits and 3-click stabs. You're definitely going to want to use this one. Everybody uses it. It's probably the most utilized scratch there is. Everybody does it. Everybody mistakes it for a crab, but it's not a crab. It's a 3-click orbit, and I'll be going over that today. And basically, I'll show you what it looks like. Your thumb is your spring. You hold it against the side of the fader, and then you click 3 times. 1 with your ring finger, your middle finger, and then your index finger. So you go 1, 2, 3, and your thumb's the spring, so it returns the fader back to the side. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and there's variations. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can't get your pinky in for like a crab, a lot of people actually do that. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the middle finger, back to the ring finger, middle finger, index finger. So basically, that's what you do. You go 1, 2, 3. And another thing I have to show you is when you're pushing the record, there's a certain way to push it. If you go farther out on the record, you'll get longer strokes, and if you go into towards the middle of the record, you'll get faster strokes. So when you're doing an orbit, you're pushing it forward and back. So you're doing the 3-click orbit, you're going 3 clicks forward, 3 clicks back, 3 clicks forward, 3 clicks back. But the motion is kind of tricky. I can't really show it to you. Once you get it, you'll actually feel how to push and pull the record in order for it to remain continuous on the the 3-click orbit. So when you're pushing and pulling it, you'll actually get it to start rolling when you're doing your orbit and your clicks. And then say you're doing like a 3-click stab, all you're doing is 3-clicking it and pushing it and stabbing the record. So I'll show you the 3-click orbit right now with the beat, and it sounds a little like this. Okay, so find the scratch you're going to use. I always use like a longer scratch because or a longer sample. It tends to work better. But basically, it's like this. Basically, that's it. My fader's a little junk, so give me 1 second. I've had this fader for 2 years, so I give Vestex props for having the longest lasting faders I've ever used. Put some of this lubricator in there. I've used all kinds of faders, and the Vestex is definitely the longest lasting fader I've ever had. To be working this long for 2 years without crapping out is a miracle. Okay, so back to the scratch. We got 3-click orbit, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you just remain till you constantly clicking it, and your thumb's your spring point. So I'll show you again, and here we go. Okay, basically that's a 3-click orbit. You can do a variation on it, which is a stab. All you're doing is you're pushing the record, and you're doing your 3-click, and you're stabbing. You're just going. It's like a stab, and if you actually go forward and back, it becomes a flare. So you can be like, it's like kind of like a flare if you actually go forward and back and time your strokes. There's so many different ways to do all these scratches and different tricks that you pick up. But I'll go over the stabs now, and then back to the 3-click orbits, and here we go. Yeah, that's basically that. And also, keep in mind that you'll learn the motion when you're pushing and pulling the record. My fader's kind of a little crapping out, so it's not rolling right, but you get the point. Sooner or later, I'll get a new fader. All right, so back to, it was kind of like a few things. It was kind of like a flare added in there, and some stab, 3 clicks, and a couple other things, little baby scratch, etc. So I just want to emphasize that this scratch is like the most widely used scratch there is, and it's probably a good idea to practice it a lot because you'll make use of it, definitely. So I'll just kind of go over it again real quick, and here we go, 3-click orbit. Here we go. Okay, that's it. Like I said, you can go farther out on the record, make it slower, or you can go more towards the spindle and make it actually sound faster. So I'll go once towards the outer of the record and once towards the inner of the record. So here we go. Okay, so that's basically a 3-click orbit towards the outside and the inside, and also 3-click stabs, which are the same thing except you're stabbing the record. And yeah, so I just want you to get a good look at how it's actually done, because it takes time to get used to the strokes of the fader and stuff, and then actually the rhythm of pushing and pulling the record with the fader in time at a certain cut-in point. So, just to go over it again, here we go. Remember, your thumb is always resting against the side. It's a spring. So your cut-in point is cut all the way over on the mixer, and your thumb is the spring. You're only going over like a millimeter, and you're stroking with your fingers, and your thumb is actually pushing it back. It's a rest. So basically, you just gotta get used to where the cut-in point is, and use your thumb as a spring, and then you can do it with any sample too. It doesn't matter if it's long or fast or whatever. I'll show you here. Actually do it with any sample you want. It doesn't matter.
So why is it gotta be so damn hard?
Whether it's long or short or whatever, you can use any sample. So I'll just shoot through a couple samples here and show you.
Bust it, bust out, bust out, bust out, bust so, bust out, bust out, bust so, bust it, bust it, bust it, bust it.
That is why they can't compete.
So anyways, yeah, that's basically it. Just keep experimenting, keep doing it. Practice is the key. Like I said, once you get used to it, you can do all kinds of stuff. I'll kind of incorporate real quick what I've showed you the last few weeks, which is flares, orbits, lasers, stabs, baby scratches, and 3-click orbits. So I'll kind of wrap them all up in one real quick. okay. So I kind of do everything here from the past couple weeks. So basically that's it, y'all. Peace out. That's it for this week's session. Dig it. Peace. Alright, y'all. Peace out. This is DJ Flashback. You're listening to Scratching 101. www.drumbasstv.com. Big ups to everybody. Make sure you keep it locked for the Mental Breakdown, which is my mix show from 6 till 9. Big ups. Peace out.